Hi guys, today I'm in Los Montesinos. Los Montesinos, I know a certain amount, it's a typical Spanish town. I like it here. I lived here when I first moved to Spain. Maddie, Helen's eldest, also lives here as well. Both Helen's kids went to school here in Los Montesinos. It's a typical Spanish town. They have the fiestas and everything else. You've got all the facilities that you need, and it's close to the Pink Salt Lake. There's now, in the last 6 months or so, has been completed a cycle lane that you can get from Los Montesinos all the way around the Salt Lake to Torrevieja. Your usual facilities: bars, restaurants, health centre, there's a town hall, the schools, as I've mentioned, as well as your typical shops that you'll get, supermarkets. There's at least 3 supermarkets that I can think of. Most of the properties in the town tend to be apartments or the old style townhouses, but some of it which are single level, the more traditional type. You also get the built up ones as well. If you're looking for something like a villa, there's 2 basically hamlets on the outskirts of Los Montesinos. One is called La Herrada and the other is what we call Montisol Villas. Where I am right now is the industrial estate, and here you've got building supplies, you've got a bodega over the other side, hotel. You could buy yourself wooden chalets if you wanted that sort of thing, sheds. You've got a good ferreteria, which is an ironmonger's hardware store, car dealerships, all sorts of things. And there's probably in the region of at least 40 plus bars and restaurants in Los Montesinos. If you look in the back catalogue, you will see that there's quite a few that we've done already, whether it's Indian, Tex-Mex, Chinese, Spanish. Obviously there's a lot, there's English as well, and quite a few others in between. Take a look around, see what you think. By the way, if anybody's interested in getting a property, contact us and we'll see what we can sort out. Now, I know I mentioned there's a hotel. I'm not sure if the hotel's reopened since COVID times, just as a heads up. On the industrial estate, a couple of things you may not know. I think there's a scrapyard here as well, if memory serves. You get all your metalwork and things like that made up here. There's a CBD oil grow place as well down there. This place here, called ahve or ahve, I'm not sure which way around you'd say it. That's a bodega, so you can go in there and get wine by the litre. Also, just down here there's a place called Bar VF. Blink and you'd miss it. It's a small bar, serves people on the estate, that sort of thing. The tapas and the food in there is really good, not been for a while. As you get in towards Los Montesinos at the end of the industrial estate, there comes the roundabout. La Herrada is up to the right. There's various squares around Los Montesinos. We have another square up here which has got the garden with a waterfall, a little park, and you've got Indian and a few other shops and businesses up there as well. What you may or may not know is at the far end of Los Montesinos, as if you're going towards San Miguel de Salinas, they've started doing a lot of construction work in readiness for what I would say is new builds, and I would guess it's going to be apartments. You got it. There's the school down there, the medical centre's on the other side, and then they've started putting infrastructure in over the other side of the road there and here as well. So a few new roads, etc. And they've got some more infrastructure going up that way. On Friday afternoons there's a market. You'll get your fruit and veg, bedding, towels, that sort of thing. It's not a massive market by any means. In fact, it's a lot smaller than I remember. But there's also shoes and stuff like that. There is somewhere in the region of 1,000 Brits living here in Montesinos. There's Town Square. You'll see that there's the church behind me. Kids play area and the town hall. As mentioned, there's lots of new infrastructure, new roads, new roundabouts. The town is over that way. I'm on the San Miguel side of Los Montesinos. Some of the roads are one way, some of the roundabouts and access to or from the roundabouts isn't yet available. Access to the municipal pool, which we have here, is a lot better. As mentioned, there's also a municipal sports area over there and do things like paddle, that sort of thing. Montisol Villas is one of those places that's on the outskirts of Los Montesinos. All the infrastructure was put in place years ago. You can see there's park areas, etc. In this area you will get things like detached villas, semi-detached villas, some with pools, some with a communal pool. There's also townhouses, upper and lower bungalows, that sort of thing. There is no infrastructure here, but to walk into the main town it's going to take you around about 10-15 minutes, if that. Bit you out in the countryside. Just listen to this. Now this development was never finished. I believe it was partly due to the crash, probably back in 2008. And you'll see there's plots of land around and about that I suspect are owned by banks. There's some properties that are they're basically shells, never been lived in, never been fully finished. Again, I believe that I suspect they're owned by the banks. Typically what's happening now is things like this will get picked up. So I wouldn't be surprised if in less than 5 years time this whole thing's been redeveloped, new builds on here, and more sense of community among the owners that live here as well. It's not a place to discount if you're wanting a villa close to Los Montesinos. I've now moved over to the other urbanisation as part of Los Montesinos, which is La Herrada. La Herrada is a lot bigger. La Herrada also has possibly the largest supermarket for Los Montesinos, which is Dale-free. Also in La Herrada you can get bungalows, you can get brand new villas, and some of these are stunning. I've seen quite a few of these. You can get resale villas as well, and they all vary in size. Some of them are traditional Spanish style, some of them are the new modern style Scandinavians love. And then you've also got over there, you've got a commercial centre where there's cafes, bars, restaurants, and I think there's even another shop. Around here I've seen them growing all sorts. It is an agricultural area. Oranges, lemons, pomegranates, artichokes, chilies, potatoes, leeks, broccoli, all sorts. It's basically a hell of a lot of fruit and veggies grown in the area, and it's all great and it's all fresh.